Hi there! Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Julie DiMatteo from thepaperpixie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this gift box, and I've sized this gift box to fit 2 bars of soap. This is from Cheeky Maiden Soap Company, and the dimensions of this box are 4 1/4 by 3 by 2 1/4, so it's a really great size for so many different things. I sized it for these 2 bars of soap, but you can certainly fit so many other things in it. Now, I shared this coordinating card on my blog this week if you wanted to check that out, but I love this color combination of petal pink with basic black, and I'm using the Birthday Jubilee Bundle for this project. So let's go ahead and get started making the box. I'm going to start with the box base, which is basic black, and this piece measures 8 1/2 inches by 9 3/4 inches, and we're going to score this on all 4 sides at 1/2 inch and 2 3/4. So just work your way around the box doing 1/2 inch and 2 3/4. And while we have this simply scored out, let's score our lid piece. This piece measures 8 1/16 by 9 5/16, which is just 1/16 past 9 1/4. And on this piece, we're going to score on all 4 sides at 1 inch and 2 1/2 inches. Again, just work your way around and do 1 inch and 2 1/2 inches. All right, we're going to start with the box base. First, I'm going to fold and burnish on all the score lines. Then I've got a template here to show you. Now this template is to 95% of size because the width of this piece is 8 1/2. It would just completely fill out this piece of paper, so keep that in mind. I have it in portrait mode here. I'm going to cut up each of the vertical score lines, but stop at the second horizontal score line. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then I'm going to come in and remove these 2 long sections on the outside and also come in and miter this just slightly. Do the same thing on the other side here, like so. Now I'm going to bring back the paper trimmer in just a second. We're going to remove some of this bulk on these 2 tabs. But we're going to turn this 180 and we're going to do the same thing, cutting up each of the vertical score lines, stopping at the second horizontal. And then again, I'm going to remove these long skinny pieces and miter at the same time. All right, let me bring in the paper trimmer. Okay, so on the paper trimmer, I'm going to fold this little 1/2 inch side down. We have this in landscape mode right now. Folding this side down so that this will be flush of the top of our trimmer. And I'm also going to fold back this middle section because we don't want to trim that one away. I'm going to line up this right edge at 1 1/4 inches. And then we're just going to remove the bulk from those tabs. So let's do the same thing on the other side. Again, folding on that top flap, folding this middle section in, lining up the right edge to 1 1/4 inches. Now you can totally eyeball this, but I like the quickness of using the paper trimmer. All right, so now with these little shorter tabs here, we're going to come in and notch those. And then I'm also going to notch in this little 1/2 inch section. The rule of thumb here is any section that you're going to fold into the box, I always recommend mitering or notching out. So let's turn it 180 and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now that looks like our template. Again, this is 95% of scale. And on the inside of this box, so it's kind of curving up, I'm going to use tear and tape and apply that right to the edge of these little 1/2 inch sections. Like so. Now it's time for us to put our box together. Okay, now using liquid glue, I'm on the back side here. I'm going to apply liquid glue to each tab one at a time. And we're going to line up this score line with this cut edge to form our box corner. And then we're just going to work our way around to all 4 tabs. And I think you can see on the inside of that box, those tabs that we trimmed off, they're not overlapping, so it's not adding any extra bulk to the sides. That's going to make a difference in making sure that the lid fits. All right, now I'm going to come in and using my Take Your Pick tool, I'm going to now peel off the backing from all those tear and tape pieces. I like to start with the longer edges because it's not overlapping any cardstock. And then we'll fold the end pieces down. Now with the end pieces, I like to come in with my bone folder and just make sure that that's reinforced in there. And there is our box base. It's got a really nice finished edge because we folded about 1/2 inch in. Now we can put our soaps in, just like so. And then let's get started on the lid. All right, first I'm gonna fold and burnish on all the score lines. All right, now we're gonna put this together very much the same. I've got it in portrait mode now. I'm gonna cut up each of the vertical score lines, stopping at the second horizontal. Then we're gonna remove these 2 sections on the corner and notch in this piece. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Now we don't need to remove bulk here, but we do need to remove this outside section. So I'm just gonna cut right at that score line. Like so, and then I'm gonna come in and notch these pieces. And then also notch this little inch section here. Like so. So that end is done. Let's turn it 180 and repeat the same thing. All right, now that piece is done and looks like our template. So I'm gonna bring in the tear and tape again. Again, the ends are kind of curved in, so this is the inside of the box. We're gonna put tear and tape right at the edge of those outside sections. Like so. Now we can start to put the box together. Start with tabs. And again, lining up this score line with this cut edge to form our box lid corner. I'm just going to work my way around with all 4 tabs. All right, now we can go ahead and remove the tear and tape. And then fold those tabs in. And just come in with the bone folder and reinforce where you need to. And now let's bring in the box base and make sure that our lid fits. It's a perfect fit. I love the contrast of the basic black to the petal pink. Now let's go ahead and embellish our box. I got 1 piece of petal pink that measures 2 7/8 by 4 1/8, and that piece is going to layer right here on the top. Then I've got another piece that measures 3 1/2 by 3/4, and another piece that measures 5/8 by 3 3/8. And now I've already heat embossed this in black, and I meant to show you this at the beginning. This is the Birthday Jubilee Bundle. So I'd use the sentiment Happy Birthday heat embossed in black. And then this die cut piece, this is so new I haven't even put it on its magnet cards, but I cut this out of basic black. And that cutout looks like this. How beautiful is that? So let's bring our larger panel here. I'm gonna glue this down. I'm just gonna take some liquid glue and just apply it in the larger black areas. And then we'll have our scallops pointing upwards. Like that. Then I'm gonna tie a bow with this beautiful petal pink metallic edge ribbon. It's gorgeous. It's champagne, which is the metallic edge, and it's just beautiful with this color scheme. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tie a bow here. I'm just gonna slide that bow up towards the middle here. All right, and then I'm gonna layer these 2 pieces together. Then I'm gonna pop the sentiment up on dimensionals. And a little trick to get the ribbon to stay put is I'm just going to grab a glue dot and put that right underneath the knot. Then I'm going to pop the panel up on dimensionals. And that'll layer right on the top of our box here. And then I'm just going to grab a trio of the champagne rhinestone basic jewels. And voila, there is our soap gift box featuring the Birthday Jubilee Bundle. I love the way this turned out. It's so elegant and classy with petal pink and basic black. and I just love that it's such a great gift to give. I'll be sure to link to the Cheeky Maiden Soap Company on my detailed blog post, which will be linked in the description. And thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell icon so you don't miss my next video. If you're interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post with all project measurements, details, and pictures of the templates. I'd love to have you come visit me at thepaperpixie.com, where I post projects every weekday to inspire you. And if you don't want to miss a thing, I have an option to subscribe to receive my daily blog updates via email, and I'd love to welcome you as a new subscriber. You can shop with me anytime at thepaperpixie.com/shop. And if you're interested in a discount on your Stampin' Up! Purchases, the starter kit is the ultimate bundle, and it's a great way to fill your wish list for less. I'd love to welcome you to my team of Paper Pixies, and you can purchase the starter kit at thepaperpixie.com/join. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you'd like a complimentary copy of one of our catalogs, you can order catalogs through me at thepaperpixie.com/catalogs. And if you give this project a try, I'd love to see what you made and what you put in it. So feel free to share it on social media with the hashtag #PaperPixie, and I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.